Hello and welcome everybody. J-Man back for another music reaction. I hope you're all doing well out there, staying safe, staying connected. So we have another Swiss cheese points request. This one is by RP Guitars. It is for another Scardust. This is song number four, three or four that we've heard by Scardust. And I've really enjoyed what I've heard from them. So from what I understand, they're kind of a prog rock group. Um, I feel like I enjoy the lead vocalist the most out of what they do. They have a very sort of eclectic style to their musicality. The last one was very sort of very eclectic. It felt like some of the stuff was it felt I said during my reaction that it felt kind of like Queen, the kind of thing that Freddie Mercury would uh would write, sort of kind of like Bohemian Rhapsody or whatever, where it goes kind of all over the place from kind of heavy to kind of light and poppy to operatic, whatever. The last one was very much like that, so I'm interested to see what they've got for this one. So let's go ahead. Let's dive on in. Scardust, Addicted. Let's get it. Fourth, I think. We got the choir again, choir-ish kind of thing. She's back to a sandy blonde now. I feel like the last one she had dyed her hair more blonde. No, she was wearing a white dress in the last one. I think that was the same dress that we saw in the image of her. Is this from like the same album, RP? Because it seems like we're in the same setting. A follow up to the last video. All right, pause here for first impression. So yeah, again, we're in that same sort of place. I'm not sure that you could call me a prog rock fan. The only band that I know that I've ever been like really into that is technically classified as prog rock is Rush. I was pretty into Rush back in the day. But yeah, the way the music just kind of goes what it reminds me of is it reminds me of some of the stuff that we've seen by Arjun Lucas, if I'm remembering his name right. He does he does a project where he brings a whole bunch of other artists in and does almost like these rock opera kind of things. And the way that he uh produces or writes music to me is very reminiscent to this. And Arjun is very hit and miss for me. Some of his things I really like, some of his things I'm kind of meh. This one here, yeah, musically, it's not really turning my crank. But I do enjoy what the lead singer is doing vocally. She's got an interesting tone, and she's got a lot of range in different textures that she can use in her voice that I really like in a female singer and a male singer, for that matter of fact. Um, but yeah, she can add lots of nice little textures, some sort of gravelly sounds. She's got a really nice scream with a little bit of texture to it. She can also do some harsh vocal stuff. But yeah, overall, musically, the music isn't really resonating with me a great deal. I think just because it's so all over the place. Um, I think you have to have the kind of brain that enjoys meshing together all of those different sort of styles that they pull together. And my brain gets too distracted by the shifts in the tone and the different sounds that they're creating, and when it shifts as quickly as this band seems to do within one song, it kind of, it makes my brain get sort of fractured, and I'm trying to focus. Well, oh, they're doing sort of a this style now, and oh, that sounds more like this style, and then they're mashing it all together. So it's probably just the way that my brain processes when I'm listening to music that makes it not sit so well with me. Because I tend to like in metal, I really like a good groove metal sort of a sound where there's this driving sort of beat behind things, and maybe you shift into like a half step or a double time or something of that beat, but yet you're maintaining that kind of core of the song, so that it maintains this same sort of rhythm and feel for me throughout the song. With which I'm okay if there's like, a predominant beat and sound, and then we go into like a breakdown and the breakdown sounds completely different or whatever, but then we come back to the original beat and we kind of do things, that kind of a thing I'm okay with. But this frenetic sort of shifting in and out of different styles, like every couple bars or whatever, it really, like I said, it's more that it just, my brain kind of goes a little haywire. I think is why I can't ever really fully get into it. So again, not saying that it sounds bad or that I don't like it. It's just not my preferred style, I guess I would say. But I still am enjoying. I'm able to enjoy it for what the lead singer is doing vocally, and everybody's doing their parts very well. The guitar player, he's really good. He's obviously a very talented guitar player. I like what the drummer's doing with some of his beats and timings and things like that. Good keyboard work and things like that. It's just the way it all comes together is kind of weird for me. So, anyways, let's go ahead. I've talked long enough. Let's back it up. Let's keep on going. Arjen Lucassen, yes. I mean, here, yeah, she's doing a very nice sort of high, almost operatic thing. Right, Cyber. Two of us knows how to do it in a way that I really enjoy. With Two of Us, it's almost movements, right? It's here's a big section, and then there's a separate movement, and then yeah, that kind of a thing. Very nice. I like that tone right there. Solo time. Is the big thick necks on guitars, is that becoming a thing lately? It seems like I'm seeing that more and more. Bass solo. All right. Yeah. So again, I feel like the thing I really like about Scardust is the vocalist. I think she is a fantastic vocalist. She does a lot of things up and down her range that really sound cool. She can do some really nice clean tone stuff. She did that one bit that was up there in almost sort of an operatic sort of a range, down to some more chesty stuff, to some good sort of rock screamy kind of things. She didn't do any here, but in the last song she did some harsh vocal things and stuff like that. So yeah, I really enjoy what she's doing vocally. The music itself, not so much. It's just it's a bit too much all over the place for me. Um, for me to really get into a groove with it and kind of feel like, oh yeah, yeah, I like this part. I like this groove. Um, I didn't enjoy the synth type keyboards there. I've never been a big fan of synthesizer in rock. There's very few songs that um, I do like it in, or that it sounds okay in. But overall, I'm not a huge fan of synthesizer rock. And so yeah, that last part with the keyboards, I was very much not into that. But again, guitar solo was great, sounded good. Like what the bassist was doing in his little mini solo there at the end. Drums were solid. It's just when you put everything back together for the main parts of the song, it's a bit too eclectic for me. But overall, like I said, I could listen to it just to listen to the vocals that she does in the song. So cool on that end. Anyway, anyways, hope that's not disappointing to you, RP. That I'm not like fully on board with the big picture, but I'm certainly enjoying our journey, learning what this gal can do vocally with her vocals and stuff like that. So YouTube, let me know what you thought down in the comments below. We'll be back for one more music reaction to finish my day out here. And then we'll be back next weekend. So yeah, hope to see you soon. Stay safe. Peace.